and Snapchat and rumbling, fuck, shake your tits and swing your dicks. Friday's here, and here's another nipple and naughty bit and gorging episode of your favorite internet sensation with libation, of Friday wrap-up. Before we get today's show kicked off, I want to tip my hat to today's libation. I'm drinking none other than one of those Cutwater cocktails. This one is a Tequila Paloma. Now, you've seen me have the Cutwater cocktails on the show before. These take up, like, permanent real estate in my cooler when I'm at the beach over the summer. I've had a myriad of different ones. I've had the tequila and soda, which is my favorite. I've had the margarita, which is my other favorite, and I'll knock you on your ass. This one I picked up in my last haul at Total Wine. They didn't have margarita, well, regular margarita, and they didn't have the tequila soda, so I grabbed this. I do like a Paloma. Paloma is actually the official cocktail of Mexico, not the margarita. It's basically a little tequila, a little grapefruit soda, and that's it, and a twist of lime, or sometimes, you could go with grapefruit juice, club soda, a little lime, whatever. It works, okay, it's delightful. So, I got my official, this is actually the original Friday wrap-up cup, which was established in 2020. I got a fun fact for you in a second, so here. Okay, let's go. Nice and clear, crisp, cool. I love these vacuum insulated cups for the summer because it keeps everything from sweating. We almost had an eruption there. Look at that. All right, let's give it a shot. That is just delightful. Got a little tartness from the grapefruit and the lime. And you're definitely not missing that tequila on this. So like I said, the Friday wrap-up was established in 2020. Fun fact. So we're going on 4 years. Matter of fact, the anniversary for the show is coming up next week. Because I started this show 4 years ago. It was like right before, it was like July 4th weekend. So next week is July 4th week. So yeah, 4 years we're coming up on. So that next Friday is actually the 4-year anniversary of the Friday wrap-up. How much longer can I do this, kids? What, we got maybe 5 years in me? 6? Don't worry. I'll be doing it for a while. The world gives me plenty of fucking material. And I have the jacket. So, I'll be doing it for a while. So, yeah. Salud. Drink up and be somebody. Wow. Okay. I read an article this week that said Cutwater cocktails are too strong. So the person who wrote this fucking article, right, said that, these Cutwater cocktails hit different because you're expecting, a canned cocktail, you're not expecting it to be, like, strong. And these things are full fucking strength. Like, this one is 7% alcohol by volume. Now, if you get the margarita, the original margarita, with the tequila and the triple sec and all that shit's like 12% alcohol by volume. Like, you hit 2 of those, and you're nice. Like, if you slam that thing, you're good. You're in good shape. So she said that the Cutwater cocktails are too strong. And she talked to a bunch of people, even the guys in the liquor store said, oh, yeah, they're strong. Please, you fucking wimps. Wimps! Stick to your Nostrils and your Trulies, you fucking Marys. I'm good with my Cutwater cocktails. I'll salute again. Well, this was a pretty quick moving week, but I gotta get right to it. The fucking debate last night, huh? So I'm wearing one of my official 4th of July hats for a reason. I know it ain't 4th of July yet, but I'm feeling patriotic today because of the fucking debate. So last night's debate was just everything I wanted it to be. And more. And it was a fucking slaughtering. This whole geriatric fuck got slaughtered. I don't know what the fuck he had in his head agreeing to this. Like, for real. Like, I fully expected him to wimp out. I give him credit for showing up, but what a fucking slaughtering. It was like watching an old leather bag getting dragged by a fucking truck at 90 miles an hour. It was fucking magnificent. And the best line of the entire night.
The total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
Fucking Trump mopped the floor with him. I mean, it was just... I mean, listen. The second he showed up and opened his mouth, he fucking lost. He looked disheveled. He was like disoriented. He sounded weak and feeble. Like right after the debate, the Democrats turned around and said, "Oh, he had a cold." My cold, my fucking ass. They overworked him. They didn't give him enough cocaine and Adderall. Okay, he came out there completely fucking wiped out. Trump fucking just dismantled him. And I'll tell you something else. Trump could have fucking destroyed him. But he showed a lot of restraint. Like Biden was throwing... Because they had Biden prep, to try to get Trump to... The whole goal was Biden can't fucking, lean on his record. Which Trump took that apart within 4 minutes. Trump also kept focusing on the fucking border and the disaster that is. I mean, every chance he got, he brought it right back to that, which was brilliant. So Biden's strategy here was to throw a barb or two at Trump and get him like fucking hot. And Trump didn't take the bait. As a matter of fact, he flipped the fucking script on him and got Biden rattled. It was it was just a disaster. The fucking Democrats are in full-on fucking panic mode. Okay? Because he came, this is the Biden we've all, they've been hiding from us. Because this is what the fuck he is. He's a cognitive fucking disaster. And even, like I said, even Trump took it easy on him. He even said, "Listen, Joe, let's not be children here." Okay? Like when Biden tried to say he had a 6 handicap on his stroke, and Trump goes, "I've seen you swing. It's definitely not a 6." He goes, "Well, it's an 8." He goes, "It's not an 8." I've noticed something about Biden. I've noticed this for a while. He's got tells. Whenever he's fucking bullshitting, because he's got a couple of different tells. He starts shifting, like he starts doing this little old man shuffle, okay, like the Bobby Brady shuffle. And like when he comes up with a brand new zinger, like a brand new bullshit line, he does this. He scratches either side of his nose. That's when it's a new one. Otherwise, it's "Oh, by the way," or, "I'm not kidding," or "no hyperbole," or, here's the deal. Like it's always one of these fucking Biden tells. Like that's how, every time he starts his sentence that way, everything that comes out of his mouth after that is a complete fabrication. Okay, he tried to fucking throw a couple of zingers at Trump, like saying that Trump said soldiers were losers and suckers, which was completely debunked. He never said that. It was made up by a fucking liberal general that was on his staff that hated Trump, and Trump ended up firing him anyway. And Biden brought that up, and Trump goes, "I'm glad you brought that up because that was completely debunked." There were 19 people that said they never heard me say that. "Well, it was a general." He goes, "Yeah, and I fired him." How many people did you fire, Joe? It was just boom, 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 boom. I was watching this fucking debate like I was watching a pro boxing match. Like I'm up there, I'm throwing fucking jabs. It was fucking great. It was great. Great. Mop the fucking floor. Anyway, we got a crazy show, guys. Nostrils, migrants, hikers, and sharks. It just keeps getting crazier. Strap into something, baby. The persecution of Trump. So while Biden was hiding all week, Trump was campaigning. That's how he prepped for this fucking debate. He went to Philly to hold a rally, and he even made a cheesesteak run first. My man. That's what I'm talking about. So Trump stopped at Tony and Nick's on Oregon Avenue for cheesesteaks. And I tell you, even that was a fucking ordeal. He walked in, he ordered a bunch of cheesesteaks for the crew, right? He leaves a $500 tip, and there was a little kid that was dressed like Trump. So Trump turns around, autographs a $20 bill for the kid, that he took out of his own pocket, by the way, takes a picture with him. He says, "Listen," he goes, "you're a great kid. Your parents don't want you, I'll take you." The kid was awestruck. It was cute. Biden would have just sniffed this kid, pissed himself, and forgot he was even there. Okay? That's how Trump prepped for the debate. It wasn't, he just went about his fucking day. It was great. On another Biden blunder, aside from the debacle of a debate, okay, 16 fucking days of prep, and this is what we got. They had him in a fucking airplane hangar for a week. I'm sorry, 1 week of prep, okay, with 16 advisors. So they took him up to Camp David. They put him in a bunker. Okay, they had like an airplane hangar that they made up to look just like the set, and they had 16 advisors that were coming in and out, helping him cram for this fucking debate. Why do you need to cram for a debate? You've been pretending to be president for the last 4 fucking years. You don't know what you're doing? Clearly. And they had him practicing standing for 90 minutes. They said this. The White House actually said this. I'm not making this shit up. They had him, he needed to practice standing for 90 minutes because he only stands, I guess, a total of 4 or 5 fucking minutes a day. The man died 8 times during the debate. Every time you see him start malfunctioning, that's him wiggling away from death. I'm guaranteed, like, every time he's starting to die. And he's just pulling himself away. Old people do that. I had a boss once that used to do that. Every time he talked to me, he'd start to die a little bit. I'm like, oh, God. So, I mean, seriously. They overworked him. They should have just let him nap for a week. He might have been better off. At least he might have been, like, charged up for the first 20 minutes. He came out exhausted. He made no sense at all. I don't even think he was speaking English half the time. I really don't. I swear to God, he was saying the most fucking bizarre things. We beat Medicare. Even the fucking Jake Tapper had to cut him off to help him out. I was like, okay, Mr. President, we're done. I mean, everybody went out of their way to make this fucking guy look good. I mean, CNN, the rules, all that. And he still fucked it all up. Obama was right. Never underestimate Joe Biden's ability to fuck things up. This man is not equipped to run the country now, let alone in 4 fucking years. Listen, a special prosecutor deemed him unfit to stand trial. He's mentally unfit to stand trial on the whole fucking illegal document thing. Like, there's a lot of shit about Biden that nobody likes to bring up. You know, like, he mentioned that, he tried to throw a zinger at Trump saying, well, you assaulted a woman in a dressing room, which turned out to also not be true. But everybody's forgetting the time when Joe Biden was a senator and he forcefully finger blasted a fucking intern that was working on his campaign. Just cornered her and just, finger popped her a few times. When that story broke, when Biden was first running, all of a sudden it went away. They probably killed the broad, okay? Or my favorite, he brought up the porn star. He goes, you slept with a porn star when your wife was pregnant. Trump goes, no, I didn't. But here's a little fun fact about Biden that nobody likes to bring up. Biden was married before. Hunter and Bo's mother. And Biden also had a daughter with his first wife. The night that his first wife and his daughter died in a terrible car accident in Delaware, Joe Biden was off banging Jill, who also was married to a nightclub owner. She was an intern. She was working on his fucking campaign staff. They had a torrid affair going on. So he's kind of bent over a fucking campaign desk, railing her from behind. And the poor wife and daughter died in a fucking car accident while he was fucking giving it to his current wife. Huh? Putana, all right? Okay, but nobody mentions that. So you like to throw a couple zingers at Trump, but, Trump just brushed him off. This guy is too feeble and too weak and too demented to be doing anything. As a matter of fact, he even goes, because Trump goes, the fucking world's laughing at us. He goes, what president would say that? Simple. When you're the fucking president, he says it. And Trump was very magnanimous. He goes, Joe, I wanted you to be good, so I didn't have to fucking run again. He's like, I could be off playing golf, having a nice life. Instead, I got to do this shit because, you don't know, you're a fucking disaster, which he is. Matter of fact, here, at the end of the debate, right, when everybody was done, Trump walked off the stage. No problem, by himself, just walked off into the side. Jill had to come and get Joe. There was CNN footage. She had to get him by the arm and lead him off the fucking stage. Like, come on, Joe, one step, 2 step. This is not a man that should be running the country, let alone trying to run for another 4 years and saying that he's going to do a good job. He couldn't do a good job in the first 4. Get the fuck out of here. So if that's not enough for you kids. This week, the Biden administration appointed a new assistant communications director for the White House. Meet Tyler Cherry. Holy shit! He looks like Freddie Mercury's illegitimate fucking son. The man has fucking nipple rings and a fucking fishnet shirt on. And this is the assistant communications director for the White House? God help us. You can't make this shit up. Who the fuck is running the hiring department over there? It's like Lakaja Falls in the fucking White House right now. Oh my God. Can you imagine when Trump comes back? It's going to be mass firings. Unfucking believable. Tyler Cherry, that's the guy's name. Like Freddie Mercury's illegitimate kid. Anyway, hey man, what's going on, baby? Hey, Pops, what's happening? Hey, just hanging out, baby. Just taking it all in, baby. Taking it all in. I hear you, man. I hear you. So, what's been crack-a-lacking? Not much, man. What we gonna talk about today on what our segment called? Black and White Day. What we gonna talk about on Black and White? Yeah, baby, what we gonna talk about on Black and White? Oh, for God's sakes. Hey, Big Mama. Bitch, what the fuck I told you? You stay the fuck out of this shit. This is my hair segment. You shut your ass up, Leroy. I just want to talk to my boo over here. That's okay, Big Mama. But next time, maybe send a telegram, Oh, baby, but the telegram ain't no fun. Big Mama more fun than a telegram. You want to find out, baby? No. We got to do a show here, Big Mama. Oh, my God, baby, go ahead, you do your show. Big Mama just going to stay here and watch. And maybe, touch yourself a little bit. Okay, that's horrifying. All right, Pop, so you ready to do Black and White? Yeah, we're ready to do Black and White. Just ignore this bitch over here. Shut your ass up, Leroy. I said shut your ass up. All right, okay, Black and White time, remember? That's right. What are we going to talk about? We are going to talk about politicians. Politicians? Oh, you mean like the difference between black politicians, white politicians? Yeah. And how they communicate with their constituents. Motherfucker, you use a lot of big words just now. That's because you dumb, motherfucker. He talking about how the black and white folk talk to their voters and shit. That's actually correct, yes. Shut your ass up, bitch. So that's what we're going to talk about, black and white politicians. All right, let's go, let's roll that bitch. Keep that going. Socrates, philosophies, and hypotheses can't define how I be dropping these mockeries. We are in the South Bronx. We are in the South Bronx. This is the birthplace of hip hop. I am the hip hop congressman. I want to hear South Bronx chant right now. South Bronx. South Bronx! South Bronx! South! Bronx! South Bronx! South! South Bronx! South Bronx! We are gonna show fucking AIPAC the power of the motherfucking South Bronx. People ask me why I got a foul mouth. What am I supposed to do? You coming after me. You coming after my family. You coming after my children. I'm not supposed to fight back. I'm not supposed to fight back. We're gonna show them who the fuck we are.
Thank you very much, everybody, and hello, Philadelphia. I went to school in Philadelphia, I must say. I like it. And we won it twice, in actuality. And we won it all the times in the primaries. We had great success here. We're going to have the biggest year we ever had. This is going to be a big one. And hello also to this great place. I love this place. You know, I've gone to a couple of games. You used to have good teams. You still have good teams here? I don't know. A little bit. Had a great coach, actually. Hello, Pennsylvania. It's good to be with you. Good to be with you. I'm thrilled to be back in the birthplace of American freedom with thousands and thousands of proud, hardworking American patriots, which is what you are. With your help, 5 months from now, we're going to win this Commonwealth. We're going to evict crooked Joe Biden from the White House. And we are going to make America great again.
Well, I guess nobody wanted a hip-hop congressman because that motherfucker lost. What happened? Did they elect a white man? As a matter of fact, they did. A guy by the name of George Latimer. You know why? That's because he had that crazy-ass motherfucking Puerto Rican bitch. That bitch crazy, man. She got crazy eyes. These dumb motherfuckers ain't out here making us look bad. Ain't nobody want to vote for that big dumb motherfucker. You look like he credit worse than Leroy's. Bitch, I'll bust your head down to the white meat. You can try, motherfucker. You come on over here, Leroy. I'll make sure you start limping back worse than you is, you broke-ass motherfucker. Hey, baby, I'm sorry. You gotta see Big Mama get ugly like that. But, you know, I mean, sometimes this motherfucker make me crazy. But, you know, Big Mama gonna take care of you, baby, and rub all those big swollen parts of yours. You know what I'm saying? Ugly. Bitch, you even ugly in the dark. Fuck, you so ugly in the dark, scared of your ass. Leroy, I'm gonna kick your ass. Oh, boy. I don't know, these two. I'm just waiting for one of them to kill the other. Okay, kids. Get your tickets out. We're about to hop onto that maniacal, magical expression of mayhem and fuckery. The crazy train's about to leave the station. All aboard! Woo-hoo! First stop, New York City. So, our old friend, former Governor Nostrils Cuomo, went on Bill Maher a couple nights ago, and he said that both the Trump felony and fraud cases were bullshit and politically motivated. And speaking as former AG of New York, he said that these cases would have never been brought. They only were brought because the person's name was Trump. And our friend Nostrils knows a thing or two about politically motivated outings. Next stop, Houston. So here's a big shock. 2 pieces of shit migrants killed and raped a 12-year-old little girl, Jocelyn Nungari. You know, I'm really getting tired of fucking, bringing it. I mean, I have to bring it up. But, I mean, there's nothing funny about this. Don't get me wrong. This is just, it's gut-wrenching, especially when it's a little kid, But both of these pieces of shit had criminal histories in their shitbag countries. Yeah, we're getting the best. Good job, Joe. That's why I'm glad Trump kept bringing up fucking migration. Anyway, next stop, California. So an idiot hiker got lost in the Santa Cruz Mountains for 10 fucking days. This guy, Lucas McGlish, who's 34 years old, he decided to go for a fucking hike in the mountains and got lost for 10 fucking days. Okay, here's a picture of him after they found his stupid albino ass. Okay, how the fuck do you get lost on a California mountain for 10 fucking days? It ain't the fucking Serengeti. It's California. Okay? Just walk to the fucking edge. It's like the equivalent of getting lost on Jones Beach. What the fuck? How do you get lost in a fucking mountain in California? I don't get it. Okay? This asshole should have just went to the top and jumped off. That's all you gotta do. Just keep going up. You get a little idea of where you are, and boom, you climb right back down. What the fuck is the problem? He lived off of water and leaves for 10 days. This is why hiking is stupid. People go, I'm gonna go hiking. Why? I hope they get eaten by a fucking bear. What is the fucking point of walking aimlessly through the fucking woods? I don't get it. Like, unless you know how to read a fucking compass, like, what are you doing? I like nature. You like nature? Go watch the fucking Nature Channel. Okay? Take a walk instead, you stupid motherfuckers. Oh, last stop, Hawaii. So, surfing legend and Pirates of the Caribbean actor Tomeo Perry was killed in a lethal shark attack in Oahu on Sunday. They found his body on Melikahana Beach. His arm and his leg was missing. Yeah, non-lethal my ass. Okay? I love when they say, shark attacks are usually non-lethal. Go tell Tomeo Perry that. All right, kids, your sports update. Major League, but what the fuck is going on with the Yankees? Although I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised at all. I am not happy with the fucking New York Yankees. Not at all. First of all, they get shut out by the fucking Mets. By the Mets? Come on. At least make it 50-50 if you want to make it good. I mean, it was... Both games gave me fucking brain cancer. I'm watching them. I'm like, what am I watching here? Fucking disgusting. Disgusting. See, this is what happened. Everybody was like, the Yankees are doing so great. Because they were in first place for the first couple weeks of the season. You got a lot of baseball left. You can't go, but, the Yankees are doing so great. No! I said it last year. I said it at the beginning of this year, and I'll say it again now. They are not going to the World Series. If they make the fucking playoffs, I would be stunned. And even if they do, they're gonna shit the bed. You know why? They got the curse of the fucking baboon, Aaron Boone. That fucking big-head primate fucking cocksucker. He should die in the fucking dugout. He should choke to death on a sunflower seed, and he should keel over and die right in the fucking 7th inning stretch. I said it last year, as long as this cocksucker is the fucking manager of the team, they are never going anywhere. The Yankees of the glory days are fucking gone. As soon as they get rid of this fucking retard and get somebody in there who can kick their fucking dicks in, then you got a shot. But don't worry, Uncle Tommy's working on it. I got somebody on the inside. Turns out we got somebody on the inside. Now we're just slowly starting to try to convert this person into getting them to, do the right thing and get rid of this fucking baboon. Okay? I'm not going to say too much. I don't want to implicate nothing, but, I don't know if this is going to happen, but, hey, it's better than nothing, Like I said, I do try. So I got somebody on the inside. Maybe we can get them to, do the right thing here. Anyway, NHL, so the Panthers won the Stanley Cup. Big fucking deal. Fuck them. They should all get hit by a Zamboni and have their fucking legs broken. Son of a bitches. All right, kids, on Tommy's Pub and Grub Review. Well, we got quite a few things here. So I mentioned earlier in the show that Donald Trump went to Tony and Nick's for a cheesesteak. Now, Tony and Nick's has been there a long time, but you may know it by its original name. Tony and Nick's is the original Tony Luke's. See, Tony Luke's famous cheesesteak joint in Philadelphia. Now, Tony Jr. is a friend of mine. I know him a long time. Now, here's a little story here. So this was a family business. You had Tony Sr. and his two sons, Nicky and Tony Jr. And they opened a cheesesteak joint right on East Oregon Avenue. It was just outside the old vet, okay, which is now up the block from the link where the Eagles play. It's a great spot because, you hit that place before you go to the game. You hit the place after the game. Good spot. And their cheesesteaks are fucking delightful. They're within my top 5 in the city of Philadelphia. I mean, and they're known for a couple of things besides their cheesesteaks. They're known for their roast pork sandwiches, their Italian roast pork, and their Italian roast beef with the broccoli rabe or the hot, long hots. Now, my favorite Italian roast pork or Italian beef, which is not like a Chicago Italian beef in Philadelphia, is at Tommy DeNick's in the Reading Terminal Market. But outside of Tommy DeNick's, Nick and Tony's or Tony and Nick's is right up there. They have a fucking delightful roast pork and roast beef sandwich, but also their cutlet sandwiches are fucking spot on too. So like I said, this was originally the original Tony Luke's. Now Tony Jr. wanted to wanted to open up more locations. The brother and the father didn't want to be bothered, so Tony went off on his own with their blessing, with the father's blessing, and opened up a couple of other locations throughout Philadelphia. And then he started franchising. He turned it into a corporation. He started franchising it. He's got multiple locations all over the place. They're selling their shit in supermarkets. He went a little corporate, and now the fucking father and the brother wanted a piece. I think they wanted to stop him from doing it. There was a whole lawsuit, back and forth, pop. Anyway, Tony countersued and said that they got to lose the fucking name Tony Luke's. It's killing his brand. He won. There was a tax evasion thing on the brother and father's side. I don't know exactly what happened there. But anyway, so you got Tony Luke's. You got the original location. They had to change the name to Tony and Nick's. And that's that. But anyway, great cheesesteaks. If you go down to a Giants-Eagles game this year, or an Eagles game because there's something wrong with you and you're in New York and you're a fucking Eagles fan, stop by Tony and Nick's. Grab yourselves a cheesesteak. I found a new spot last week in Rockville Center. It's called Moho. This is their second location. Their original location's in Forest Hills. It's a Latin fusion joint, which I like. I like the concept of this. Take a look at this place, first of all. It looks like, when you go in there, it's almost like you're on vacation. So it's an amalgamation of a bunch of different Latin dishes. It's more South American Latin. Like, you're not going to find like shit from Portugal or Spain there. Okay, I mean, although it is influenced in South American food, but so you have a bunch, like you have mofongos and ceviches, you have your tacos and your Peruvian dishes and shit like that. It's mostly a South American fusion place, but I like that stuff. And the place is pretty cool. I just had some empanadas. I didn't really go bananas over there, but I was looking at the menu. It looks pretty inclusive. I do want to go back and sample a few things. I like the joint. It was pretty cool. So it's on Sunrise Highway in Rockville Center. If you're down around that way, pop in. It's right next to Bonefish Grill, or like a couple stores in from that. Plenty of parking around back. Saturday night, I was a little hungry. I was in the mood for a steak. And I'm a pain in the ass when it comes to steak. Steak's my favorite. And when it comes to steakhouses, you don't really have a lot of options on Long Island. At least not good ones. Okay, like my two top Long Island spots for a steak, if I don't feel like going into the city, is maybe Rothman's, but they could be a little pricey. Or, believe it or not, Harrison's in Floral Park. Now, I wouldn't say they're a steakhouse. They're more of like an American bar and grill, but it gives off that like New York City steakhouse kind of vibe. Okay, and they do have prime cuts. I'm a little annoyed at them because they took the New York strip off the menu, and that's usually one of my go-tos. Like, usually, it's always between a ribeye and a strip, but I tend to like to lean, lately, I've been leaning a little bit more towards the strip. It's a little less fatty, I know, but it's got a beefier taste. But when I want like a steak and I just don't want like a big whole fucking to-do, I typically, like, my go-to usually would be like, steak frites. Okay, which is simple. It's a hanger steak, usually about 8 to 10 ounces, and just some French fries. And I like the steak frites at Harrison's. Like, if I wanted like a full-blown steak, fuck it, I would just drive to Gallagher's. Or maybe even Rothman's if I don't feel like going into the city. But so I just wanted something quick. I wanted something that moved. So I went up the block to Harrison's and I ordered a fucking hanger steak. And I got to take a look at this thing. It was just so beautiful. I had to take a picture. I mean, they nailed it fucking spot on. I always like my steak black and blue, which is one step before rare. And they got that thing perfect. You just whisper fire to it, throw it on a plate. So they put a nice char on it. It was nice and red in the middle. They sliced it beautifully. The French fries, they have those little shoestring French fries, nice and crispy. And I always like to get it with an au poivre sauce that you just dip a little bit. I like it more for the French fries than the steak, to be honest with you. I don't usually like anything on my steak except for salt and pepper. But like I like I'll dip a little bit in there. But an au poivre sauce is a brandy, peppercorn, and cream sauce. So you start with a little butter, a little cream, add some brandy to it, some crushed peppercorns, a little shallot. Beautiful. They do a nice job there. So I just wanted to take a picture and share it with you people to show you how beautiful this dish was. If you're in the mood for some steak frites or a good steak or a good meal, get your ass over to Harrison's. The menu's fucking fantastic. They got the outdoor patio open. They have live music on the weekends. They even have a good brunch. Do yourself a favor. Go check it out. Okay, one last stop in the Pub and Grub review. So, last week they had the best burger competition in Queens. This is something that the Queens Chamber of Commerce usually does. And it's usually held between all like the bars and grills and burger joints in the borough of Queens. Or, better still, Chamber of Commerce members. And the winner, and I clearly agree with this, of the best burger competition in Queens is Donovan's Pub in Woodside. Now, I love Donovan's. Been going to Donovan's for a very long fucking time. Matter of fact, they used to have one in Bayside. That was the one I used to go to a lot. I've been to the one on Roosevelt Avenue, but that's a little bit of a fucking hike. The one in Bayside was always pretty close, and it's a classic Irish pub. Okay, but the food is fucking spectacular, and they're known for their burgers. Their burgers are fucking lights out, dude. I mean, the meat to bun ratio is about like 8-1. Like they put, it's a regular burger bun, but the burger itself is like this. It's like a fucking 3/4 pound burger. Always like they grind them fresh. They hand patty them. They cook them on a char grill, so they put that nice char on it. Always nice, medium rare in the middle. The fucking toppings. Like I like the Woodsider. It has like the cheddar and the bacon and a little barbecue. So it's just fucking phenomenal. They used to have this one in Bayside. I don't know if they still have it anymore. It was called the Dutch Boy, and it had bacon and blue cheese and barbecue sauce. Oh, and some caramelized onion. Maroon. Just fucking amazing. So I agree with the winner of this competition being Donovan's. So, there you go. All right. Okay, kids, on What the Fuck Is That? We're going to talk about camel toe. Is good or bad? Let's discuss. So, first off, what is camel toe? Well, camel toe is a slang term for the outline of the labia majora or the outer lips of the vulva, which can be seen when a woman wears tight-fitting clothing. The shape can resemble a camel's forefoot due to the combination of anatomical factors and fabric tension in the crotch area. Camel toe is more likely to occur when wearing clothing with vertical tension in the crotch, such as swimwear, hot pants, athleisure bottoms, or spandex activewear. Now, here's a picture of an actual camel's toe. And here's what I'm talking about. It's like seeing a nipple through a shirt, or looking down, discovering a midget next to you. Okay, it's never a bad thing. It actually makes your day better. There's no such thing as bad camel toe. Okay, kids, on Right or Racist. So, a man demonstrated higher frequencies of anger than women of the same age. Per a psychology study survey of 1,800 participants in the United States. Well, that's racist! Women apparently experienced a significantly higher frequency of anger, annoyance, and yelling. Must have been that time of the month. Yeah, and you want to make one of them president. Good luck with that. Okay, kids, for your PSA. So, this is a nice little... It starts off as a little story. You see what I mean. So, On the 14th of June in 1946, a boy was born in the Jamaica district of Queens, New York. In 1995, this boy, who was a grown man by now, his car had a flat tire, and a black man pulled up behind him and noticed that the owner of the vehicle was wearing a suit. So he stepped in and fixed the flat tire. "How can I repay you?" asked the gentleman from Queens. And the man replied, "Well, my wife has always wanted some flowers." So a few days later, the man's wife received a beautiful bouquet of flowers with a note saying, "Thanks for helping me. And by the way, the mortgage on your house is paid off." A United States Marine spent 7 months in a Mexican prison on a minor charge. Some bullshit thing, right? The cops took him, they beat him, they locked him up. After he was returned to America, the man from Queens sent this Marine a check for $25,000 with a note saying, "To get you started." A black bus driver saved a suicidal girl from jumping off of a bridge. The man from Queens sent the driver a check for $10,000. A rabbi's critically ill son needed to get from New York City to California for special care, but no airlines would fly him. So the generous man from Queens used his private jet to fly the child to California so that he could be treated. The kind man from Queens did many other quiet acts of kindness over the years. Take a look at this.
Like trouble.
And I just want to know if the story is true or not. You were traveling to Atlantic City, and your limo broke down. Husband and wife pulled up behind, and the husband basically said, "I'm going to help him out." So he helped out the limousine, and a week later, the husband and wife received the deed to their house paid off. Was that a true story?
It's true. It's true.
That is awesome. That just goes to show what type of man he is. A great man. He believes in good karma.
Yep. That was Donald Trump. Everyone loved him. Then he ran for president. And he exposed all the bullshit in the government, the media, and the rest of the world. And everyone forgot how good he was. They believed the lies of the biased liberal media and these awkward, taint-flicking former theater kids turned celebrities in saying that Trump was evil, misogynist, and racist. They bent and twisted the truth to fit their narrative. They continually lied to discredit and persecute this man. They waged legal warfare and weaponized and dismantled the judicial system to stop him and further their fever dream, Trump derangement syndrome. And nothing that they have done so far has worked. You come at him with a knife, he comes back with a gun. You come at him with a gun, he comes back with a bazooka. You come at him with a bazooka, he comes back with a motherfucking army. Us. I'm happy and proud to say that I'm voting for Donald Trump. If you are too, then congratulations, you have a working brain in your head. If you plan on voting for Biden, then do us all a favor and kill yourself first. Apparently you can still vote for him when you're dead, but at least we don't have to deal with your stupid fucking ass using up all of our oxygen. Okay? So stay COVID-less, kids. No mess. Don't ask haters and kiss my ass. And remember, who loves you, babe? It's Bring Your Friday Wrap-Up, and I'll see you when I see you.